Good morning, everybody. My name is Andrea Phillips, and I've been an executive district manager with Arbonne for nearly 3 years. I finally decided to sit down and record a short video for you about my passion, which is makeup. So I seriously hope we're not going to come across some technical difficulties or something. So please do bear with me, as this is my first video, and I'm sure it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but I'm going to do my best. I did actually think I'm going to start recording some series for you of makeup applications, as I know it's something that ladies are quite keen to know, to learn something different, maybe update their makeup. I know a lot of ladies been using makeup that they've been doing for 10, 20 years even, or maybe even 30 years and still doing the same makeup, and we should change it as we getting older and our skin type and the skin color changes as well. So I thought I'm going to do a quick video for you, just what I do in the morning, just to get out of the door, especially for those who have kids who are in a panic mode but don't want to go out looking like this, which is my beauty for myself without anything. So just thought I show you what I do in a quick 10 minutes. I prep my skin with the normal skincare, which I do every morning, which I will go through another time. And then we've got choices of 3 different applications of a foundation. We have CC creams. We have them in 4 different colors, which is fair, light, medium and dark. You can either pick one if it suits you, or you can mix and match them, or mix 2 actually, depending on the time of the year, what it is, and also on my skin tone, whether it's summer or winter. We also have a liquid foundation, which is slightly more coverage of the face. We will not be using that one today because that just takes that a little bit longer. And then we also have mineral powders, which are the best coverage we have for the face, and it is actually 100% mineral powder. There are no talcum powders in there like a lot of other companies have. It's absolutely beautiful. This is fabulous if somebody wants to do a lot of coverage. It is also good to be going out if you want it to stay for a long time. It lasts really, really well. However, it can be a little bit drying. So for myself, with really, really extremely dry skin, I find that a little bit drying, especially if I go inland in Europe somewhere where the air isn't such a moist. So what I do, I apply light and medium in combination. I lent this to somebody and it was running out, and without the lady asking me, she actually cut this in half for me, so it looks really wonderful. Never mind, I'll put my finger in and I just dig out what I need. You actually don't need much of this at all. It goes really, really long way, and it can go a little bit too much and it's everywhere and doesn't look good at all. So I combine the light and the medium, and I literally put it on with fingers because I haven't got time. The kids are screaming in the kitchen. They're not ready. I don't want to go out with my pale face. So I literally apply this really quickly, spread it absolutely everywhere. This actually acts as a primer as well, which is fabulous. So you do not need to put a primer on before. We do have a wonderful primer. It's the only primer silicone-free on the market. It's absolutely wonderful. It really fills up everything really nicely. Preps it the skin for any makeup following afterwards. Lasts really long time. However, this actually acts exactly the same as well, so it looks really well. So, fingers, spread, eyelids, lips, everywhere. Done. Okay, next what I do on my face is eyebrows. We have this wonderful pencil. We have them in 3 different shades, light, medium and dark. I have medium, because I can have my eyebrows a little bit darker. I can get away with it, and people can actually choose depending what their color is. If it's tinted, if they've got darker hair, what color of their hair is, depending. So we've got 3 shades, which is wonderful. And we have one end, which is obviously the pencil, and the other one, which is the brush, which is really handy to actually put the eyebrows in place and make them look really nice. So what I do is I actually do the contour of the eyebrow, depending what I want, and then you also make it a little bit longer. So we normally measure it by the way your eyebrows and your nostril goes. So if you actually put the pencil on the corner of your nose and corner of the eye. That's where your eyebrow should be starting. So it's approximately right where I've got it. And on the outside corner is the corner of the nose and the outer corner of the eye. And this is where your eyebrow should end there. Mine isn't. I had to fill it up slightly, same like in here. I'm a little bit missing on that end. So we fill up what we need. This pencil is absolutely wonderful. I worked with quite a few pencils, including HD Brows, as we use them in the salon. And this is the most forgiving eyebrow pencil I've worked with. It is wonderful. You don't have to be an expert. You just fill out what you need and leave it be. It will actually do it for you. It's incredible. When I finish, I just brush my eyebrows to the shape I want, or you can brush them upwards and then slant it whatever you wish. Here we go. Okay, so that's my eyebrows done. We also have eyebrow cream, which really nicely sets the brows in place and holds them. It goes a little bit crusty, a little bit hard. So for anybody who has slightly unruly hair, this is a brilliant stuff. We'll not be using that today. I don't need it. We just need to do a quick one, put it on and get out. Right, I am using, out of these lovely pots, we have eyeshadows. You can actually take them out with the pin, so you can put whichever colors you want. We have them in 2 or 4 rows. I also have got the bigger one, which is here, sorry, slightly zoomed out. And you can put whatever colors you want in there, which is wonderful. It's got the mirror as well for convenience. And of course, just me being clever me, I wanted to tell you what colors I'm using today, which is Fork and Sienna, and I dropped my Sienna. So as you can see, it's really nicely broken, so hopefully it will be okay. So what I do, the lighter one, load the brush, load it in as much as you can, and then put it on all over the eyelid with a slightly dabbing motion. At the moment, do it on both eyelids because you don't want to contaminate the brush with the darker colors if you're only using one. As much as you can so it's nice and visible. We also have eyeshadow primer, which is beautiful. It actually brings the true color of the eyeshadows and sets it in place as well. Works exactly the same as the primer for the face. But again, I am not doing a full makeup. I need to last the whole day until 10 o'clock. I am just slapping something on so I can get out of the door. Okay, you can clean the brush on a tissue if you need to, and then you load a little bit of the darker color onto the tip of the brush. There you go, and you put it on the outside corner of your eyelid. I also have a slightly smaller brush, which is a little bit easier to do with. However, don't worry, do not lose time, just put it on, it'll be okay. As I said, it blends in so well, you'll be surprised. So literally outside corner, little bit of a color, take it to the crease of the eyelid, just to blend it in. Wipe the brush on a tissue, load it again with, where are we? Here we go, with the lighter color, and then put it all over just to blend it in a little bit. Perfect, happy with that, done. Eyeliners. I am using a grey eyeliner at the moment. It's my favorite because I've got bluey, greeny eyes. It complements me really, really well. It screws up like this, which is brilliant because you don't have to worry about sharpening it or anything like that. However, for those that purchase the pencil and not quite aware, it actually has a sharpener in the end, so you just literally pull it up, pop it up, you can sharpen it with. So if you want to do something like a flicked eyeliner or anything a little bit more precise, you can actually sharpen it. However, I am absolutely fine how I've got it, and again I just put it on the outside, and you can take it as far as you wish. You can take it all to the inner corner of the eye or just the outside, and I do top to bottom again, because it works really, really well on both eyes. Again, brilliant, soft eyeliner. You don't need to do much with it, and it actually goes on, you know, dragging your eyelid 5 inches away from your face to make your eyelids droopy and horrible. I don't even need to hold anything to draw it on. It's just do it for me. It's fabulous. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm happy with that. Mascara. It's a long story. Mascara, absolutely wonderful. I think the best mascara I've ever used, and I will not just say it. I had this approximately 6 to 9 months. It's not dry at the tip. I haven't got scabby bits around the tip of it. The brush is perfectly clean. I haven't got any bits hanging off it. I just take it out and put it on. You can put it on top of the top lashes first, just to make them really, really nice and dark, and then just load it from the bottom. What you can do, what I do like a circle around, just to give them a try, just to give them time to set on the eyelashes, to load them as much as you wish. If you want to load them at any point during the day or before you go out, and you need to make them a little bit more emphasized and thicker, you actually can. It's not a problem. You can just top it up. Then I do the bottom. Whatever your technique is you learned, it's absolutely fine. This is what I do. So just bear with me. And then if I want to top it up anywhere else, I can. And now the first layer is dry, so it's loading it up again, make them nice and thick, which is wonderful. It is not waterproof, so just to be aware, ladies, going anywhere in a pool or going to cry at the wedding, be aware any waterproof mascara is loaded up with chemicals, which is not what we want. So this is also fabulous for regeneration of the eyelashes. It encourages them to grow. So anybody who had either eyelash extensions and they've been a little bit challenged, or for those who after chemotherapy, it's really nice and hydrating and nourishing, and it helps them. So it's brilliant. Okay, a little bit of a bronzer, blusher brush, our fabulous bronzer. Just squish the brush into the little bit of a tip, load it up, and then the basic one, go around the hairline just to make it a little bit optically narrower. Put it under the bone. Make yourself look as strappy as you wish. Don't worry about it. We will sort that out right to the end. So hairline, just basic go around under the cheekbone, and then on the corner of the nose, just a little bit, make it look a little bit slimmer. And then for those who's got a little bit of a double chin like I can do, just a little bit of the jawline. Fabulous for weddings, photographs and stuff. Takes it optically a little bit narrower and gets rid of the chin. So haven't got any. Fabulous. Okay, so we've done the bronzing, and now we do a bit of a blusher. We have 12 different colors. There we go, just so you can briefly see. You can pick whichever color you like. I normally choose, because I've got access to all of them, because I've got them now, depending what I'm wearing, what coloring I've got on, whether I'm going to orange or whether I'm going into pinky, or whether I'm just doing the generic one, which is what I'm doing right now. And I'm doing the Dusty Rose, which is the most popular one. And again, slightly load it into the brush, and then you literally put it on the cheekbone, approximately from the middle of the eye outwards. Don't go any nearer to the nose. And you can load it quite a fair bit. It's not a problem. So I will show you what we do to it in a minute. Okay. Here we go. Happy with that. Right, before we do the lips, because we are nearly done, I use our setting powder. Absolutely wonderful thing. Whoever I used it on, I think it's absolutely wonderful. I actually did a quick experiment, which I'll show you. I put 2 lines on my hand, very popular with Arbonne ladies, so everybody will know. I then dab our setting powder on one of the lines. brush it off with the brush, because that's what we're going to do. It takes it slightly, can you see it? It's not as prominent line, which is why I said load as much as you want, because we're going to slightly tone it down with the setting powder. However, the beauty on this, if you actually rub, the one I didn't put the setting powder on, you will rub it off. So during the day, at any point you sit down, you scratch yourself, you touch yourself, it will start wearing your makeup off. However, if you top it up with this setting powder, and you can see I'm rubbing exactly the same pressure as I did before, it's still there, it's still there, it does not move, believe me. So the biggest brush you have in your kit, load it up. I always just slightly load the brush up, just very, very gently, and then you take it into the lid and you work the powder into the brush. When you're happy with that, you literally brush it all over your face to put it on an even layer, to set the makeup up so it doesn't move, and believe me, it does not move. I want to do it one more time. I actually live in an apartment with the balcony, and I do this on the balcony in the morning because it can get a little bit messy. So I just quickly brush it over my face. So one more time. Fabulous. Happy with that, off we go. If you made your eyebrows a little bit messy, which I had, you can take that end again and brush them back into the place. If you would have put that eyebrow cream, this wouldn't happen. So that's the advantage, but never mind. Okay, and on the lips, quickly, so we can run out of the door, I'm using my favorite one, generic one, which is Tulip, nice and brown one. Do not ever, if you can, ladies, learn. If you're not confident, you always have to put lip liner on. If you don't put lip liner, lipstick doesn't look well, it bleeds into the lines if you started to get a little bit of lines around your lips. So please do apply lip liner, really stress it out. If you're not confident, learn. You can also change the shape of your lips, which is wonderful. For those who haven't, for example, got this cubic bow very prominent, you can actually fake it. If you haven't got much lip, you can make it thicker, fuller, do whatever you wish, but really important. I actually put a little bit of our lip cream on my lips before I start, which is this one. The Arbonne Intelligence Cream is absolutely wonderful. It's really hydrating. It's makes the appearance of the fine lines, it diminishes them. It's wonderful. So fill up the lips with a little bit of a color, so once you wear the lip gloss or the lipstick, it's not just left your lips with the line, and it lasts really well. Wonderful. And then just top it up with my favorite lip gloss, which is Carla. We have a few of them which we can go through another time, and just put it on all over. This smells absolutely divine. I think the new ones are actually made with a sponge. This is still with the brush, nevertheless it's still wonderful. Here we go, lips done. I'm happy with that. So I've done everything. Done the face, done the eyebrows, done the eyes, done the mascara, done the cheeks, done the lips. I'm ready to go. Hope that helped. Any questions or anything, give us a shout. I'm actually doing makeup workshops as well, probably every 6 weeks, which I'd love to see you if you are interested to join me. And hopefully this was helpful to you. Thank you very much for listening to me, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Next I do is